Opponent's hand is really good. We need a temp lock down off the top. Oh, that was such a good game. 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, we're just dead here. We get a 1 here. Temp block down off the top, baby. Not quite good enough, Moose. Would have been on the play. We win this game, I think. Alright. Where's our Beza? Beza or temp lock down there would have been so good. I would love to be on the play. Sand has no black source, so we cannot keep it, unfortunately. This hand does have a black source, but I think it's terrible. I'll get a mulligan this one too. Sucks. I think we just die here. Tragedy has struck, chat. That's a good one. Our opponent's hand is pretty bad. Other than the fact that they have double fucking monstrous rage for their stupid little Heartfire heroes. Alright, we need to find an Anoint with Affliction. 1 Anoint with Affliction off the top, please. That is acceptable. I will also accept that as a card off the top. I think we're just 1 for 1ing this mouse. Try to keep our life total high, because they do have a Lynx in hand, so we have to worry about. Going upstairs. Okay. 4th land's good. Your move, opponent. I hate that card. Intimidation Tactics wasn't a bad draw. Fuck. I think we're dead, chat. I think the dream is dying here. Why Soulstone Sanctuary? If we get a Wrath this turn, I think we win. Like, if we just hit untap land there, I think we just win the game. Sure. Either way, we die here. Well, we got the 6-1. Sad. Ketchumos deck is sweet, though. We couldn't beat the 3rd mono red opponent. We couldn't do it. Yeah, Link's real good. I guess we'll take our 20 packs and go home. It is. It is a 4-mana creature than Crew Wagon. Link's is good. Like, that card's really good. I did want to go through this with Delirium, because I haven't went through it with Delirium yet, so I think that's what we'll do next. It's very good against Pixie. It's really good against, like, all the really good decks right now. I do love these metagame challenges for getting some wild cards. As someone who doesn't play limited enough, these are how I get my wild cards usually. All right. Links against Domain is just cracked good. All right, again. Back at it again, chat. We're going to go through with Delirium this time. I really like Green-Red Delirium. They do. They run so many non-basics. Same with, like, Pixie. Pixie deals themselves enough damage with lands, too. I would like to be on the play. Just to feel normie. I don't really want a forest here. We might be able to surprise block with our Seed of Hope here. Seed of Hope. Ah, damn. We hit 2 instants, that sucks. There's Critter. Ren's not a bad draw. I think I'm supposed to break out here, though. Hit FOMO, that's pretty good. It's probably supposed to be the Keen-Eyed Curator. Or is it a Keen-Eyed Curator or Ren that's supposed to go away here? I think we're supposed to keep a Ren for next turn to try to deal extra damage. Who's the aggro deck now, huh? Mono red player? I am the captain now. Don't you dare. You leave my fear alone. I would like to cast a Ren. I agree. I think the Dimir control list is probably my pick for one of the best decks in Standard right now. If they let me get the trigger off this with Fear, they're super dead. They have to have a Lightning Strike here. Okay. Beats. These Delirium lists are ones that I've been pretty high on as well. So exclamation point deck in chat will give you the list for all the decks I've played with so far. And it's the Dimir Demons list. It's also on my my Discord. Has it in there somewhere. And then I think we're supposed to jump here. Actually, yeah, I think we are. Of course. And it's the Dimir Demons list. We got him, chat. We got him. Against red, we want all those things. Scrap Shooter is also better than these Thrill Rollers. Kanker Balloon's not that good. Cut on it, Breakout. Pop Patch Recruiter's not that great. Don't want the Monstrous Rages. There's a lot of wild cards, yes. I do think that deck is currently, out of all the decks we've played through the metagame challenges and all the decks I've played recently, it's the deck that I felt is the best. I really don't like this has so many lands in it, but... Agreed. It seems very, very good into the current meta that we're facing. I would love to mill a card. Really didn't want to draw another land. I'd love to hit a... Fuck me! That sucks. Anytime your breakout misses, it is basically means you lose the game. That is why we cut one breakout, because we did put in a bunch of spells, but... Our opponent just has the Wombo combo off the rip. Of course, our creature was the 7th land, or 7th card down. Alright, game 3. Game 3. Manifold Mouse is a hell of a magic card. Didn't want that anyway. I think we do want to just hold back the Seed of Hope to try to surprise block if they play a Emberheart Challenger. Like, the odds of hitting Delirium off this are basically 0, but it does happen sometimes. We were close. Delirium is here, chat. Delirium is here. Probably supposed to fear. I'll give us the most explosive turn for next turn. Opponent really does not want us to untap with a fear in play for some reason. I'm not really sure why. Remove opponent. That is an enemy. I'm not blocking that. Another fear. Let's go ahead and Wildfire Wicker Folk. Play Restless Ridgeline. Plus on Restless Ridgeline and swing, I suppose. Anytime we're getting an opponent to trade off with their critters is good for me. Take it. Yeah, we can't block. Just have to let Ren die. Which is fine. That's a little obnoxious. Discard Patchwork Beastie. That's lethal, right? Alright. We're able to beat the double Screaming Nemesis. We got revenge on the mono red that beat us from our 7-0. I think Domain and Pixie are the two best decks still, on average. That's right, always good. Seems fine. Not overly happy about it, but it could be worse. I don't think we're shipping this one back. 4 lands is right on the cusp of wanting to throw it back, though. But with Fears in our deck, it's not too bad. We'll start on the Worker Folk. Just get in there. Turn on basic planes, huh? Did we finally find someone playing a Caretaker's Talent? I haven't seen that card in ages. The card's just kind of fallen off the face of the map. Kind of disappeared. Interesting. Heartflame Duelist, huh? I'm assuming they're just a Boros burn deck then. Oh, I was not expecting a swamp. Incubate 4, huh? What else does this do? This does something else too. Phyrexians you control have Vigilance. Go ahead, opponent. They've been going pretty good tonight. We just came off of a 6-1 challenge run with white-black Ketramos, which I was not expecting. We died to mono red as the final boss. We did one run before that with blue-black, and I think we went 1-1. I like Throw Roller a lot. This card's like way better than I thought it was. It is a very good shell for Throw Roller. I think it's the best shell I've played it in, is these Delirium decks. But it's been doing good. We've been having a lot of fun. How you doing, Lamb? Which is Vanity. Assuming that's coming down and killing our Keen Eyed Curator. I'd be very surprised if they killed my Patchwork Beastie. Wouldn't make me sad if they killed my Patchwork Beastie, but Alright, opponent, what you got? What you thinking? Alright, Patrick beats you down. That's fine. You got it. Yep, take 4. Ah, that sucks. Hopefully your runs go well. Best of luck on your runs through the challenge. That was a great draw. Absolutely fantastic. They're just dead, right? Crew this here. Get him with the thrill roller. Big trampoline vehicle's good. Alright, let's see what we can get after this game. Probably with the extra Ren, Scrap Shooter. This doesn't seem like a matchup where Torch the Tower is particularly strong. Or Scorching Shot. I probably do want the Haywire Mites, because I'm sure they will be on some number of exile effects. Probably trim. Actually, want to trim on the Violent Urges and leave in the Monstrous Rages. That way, if they do have like Rest in Peace, we have a card that actually does something. Violent Urge is really good at accidentally killing your opponent game 1. It becomes significantly less good game 2 and 3. Violent Urge does count to 20 really fast, though. Probably just the Ren. Critter down. Breakout's a great draw. Haywire Might is much less good draw. Ha! Poke you for 1. Go. We got him, chat. They'll never be able to recover. Throw roller beats. I do love a good aggressive throw roller. Also, the alt art on throw roller is just fantastic. Big fan of the little lazy lizard sitting on top. Your move, opponent. No roll token. Does that just make it mercenary? Is that all that one does? Destroy target creature, make it mercenary. Okay. Let's see what we find off Seed of Hope. I don't want the land. I want Delirium. We can't crew up the Thrill. I think we're supposed to play Keen-Eyed Curator to crew up this and attack. This is crew 2. I think this is better, and then we can attack with the Wildfire Wickerfolk next turn. I would an Elspeth Smite. That'd be kind of awkward. Elspeth Smite on our Gas Roll Throw Roller would suck. Your move, opponent. We start working on getting our Keen-Eyed Curator up to a 7/7 here. Yep. What you got, opponent? What you got? What you working with? Alright, it is a slightly larger creature. Enchanted creature can't attack or block. But you know what it can do? It can crew. We also could Haywire Might the enchantment if we want to. But I don't think it matters yet. I think I just want to do this. This doesn't have to tap to sack, does it? No, I don't think so. Your move, opponent. Destroy target planeswalker. There's okay. Wildfire Wickerfolk is dead. Patchwork being a 1-drop that always crews our Thrill Roller is also nice. Even when it's not activated, it still activates on our Animator thing. Sure. I'd like to destroy this enchantment. Then I would like to eat the Haywire Might. Gives me artifact, creature, or enchantment. Oh, another Throw Roller is pretty good too. I guess this is effectively the same thing as playing this to animate this. So I guess we'll just do this. Attacks! Alright, another good start to a metagame challenge. 2-0. Let's see if we can keep it rolling. See how many more packs we can acquire this evening. Yep, just rolling along, see? Huh? Jokes? We got them? That's true. We'd still be in game 1 if we were playing Ketramos, you're not wrong. We'd probably still be in game 1 of match 1. This hand is fantastic. Let's do it. I have, had a really, a big fan of this deck. This Delirium list that, I played a bunch of this before Aether Drift came out, and I think this list is still just really good. I really like the Delirium Shell. Gets games done quick. Feels really powerful. Punishes the domain list pretty well because it attacks really well. Very aggressive. Wins out of nowhere. It is decent against mono red. It's not the best against mono red, but breakout here. Keen-Eyed Curator's fine. But nice would hit fear. Like, always, like, if you can ever break out into fear, it is like, the best thing you can do. That is the dream every game, is to break out into fear. Another Hired Claw, that's fine. If it's like second Hired Claw plus Monstrous Rage on their Hired Claw that can attack, we're in kind of a bad spot. Because that's a lot of damage in a very short amount of time. It's going to be difficult for us to come back from. That's annoying. We're kind of far away from Delirium also, which sucks. It's Mill, hit Forest, Ren. I think we're supposed to try to hit land here. Hit Pain land, but it's a land. Still one away from Delirium. Probably just on Keen-Eyed Curator as a blocker. We don't have Critter in the graveyard yet, right? No. Okay. Probably hold back with both, actually. Unfortunately, I think we have to stop attacking, which is not where we want to be. We need to get these Hired Claws out of play. At least they just jammed their Monstrous Rage and don't have it up now for, like, good blocks, or good attacks. They don't really have great attacks into our 2 3/3s. They attack with their bigger Hired Claw, but we just get to eat it. Trade a Keen-Eyed Curator, and then their whole turn for it, which is pretty good for us. Oh, that's aggressive. I don't think there's a world where double blocking the bigger Hired Claw is bad for us. Even if they play, like, Witch-Doctor's Frenzy here, it doesn't matter. We get the same effect. Actually, if they Witch-Doctor Frenzy before combat, they would be in a really bad spot. Because then we'd be able to block with the Patch, or the Patchwork Beastie. I think here they're just supposed to up the power of their Hired Claw. That's fine. So right there is a turn where opponent used a spell when they didn't have to. Like, them casting that Witch-Doctor's Frenzy did the exact same thing as if they would just use their 2 mana to make their Hired Claw bigger. Like a small thing that could come back to bite them. That's pretty good. 4, so 10, 11, 12, 13, we're 1 point off lethal here. That's kind of nuts. I think we just put him to 1 here. Yeah, I think we just put him to 1 here and pass. We have a Gastral Throw Roller plus Wildfire Worker Folk. That's right, who's the aggro deck now? We're the mono red deck. 1 mana plus 6 damage is pretty good. It's even better than Monstrous Rage. Monstrous Rage who? I want all the spot removal. Throw Roller's pretty bad here. I actually don't hate Ren. Gives, like, Vigilant, weird blockers. Don't want to cut a Breakout. Cut the Monstrous Rages. Violent Urge is better here because they don't usually bring in much graveyard hate. Canker Bloom doesn't really do anything. Am I cutting the Scorching Shot? That seems wrong. I think it's right, though. Yeah, it does. The mono red magic gets much easier post-board. Get a few more spot removal spells. The best card in their deck against us is Screaming Nemesis. If they don't draw a bunch of Screaming Nemesis, this matchup's usually pretty easy. Now, if they draw 2 or 3 Screaming Nemesis, it's very difficult for us to win. No thank you. Yeah, this is almost just as bad. Oh, man, they have the good draw. Pyroclasm off the top, please. One time. I'm calling the shot right here. Let's go. Damn it, that's not a Pyroclasm. I do not actually think it's possible for us to win this game anymore. And this is what makes these mono red decks so good. On the play, if you miss a beat and they go turn on Heartfire Hero and turn to Manifold Mouse, you just lose. Can't even block through it. Oh, they're gonna do this stupid thing, Trample now too? Oh, do they have a Monstrous Rage as well? Oh, there's no point blocking. The most telling Monstrous Rage ever?
Did you know that you can end in a draw?
I did not know that.
It just happened.
Oh, weird. Molly Crew is fantastic. I would agree with that. Opponent here should have just given both their creatures double strike instead of just double strike and trample. I think that would have put them in a better spot. I mean, I don't think there's any way we win here. What removal do we have? We have a 1 Obliterating Bolt. I guess technically we could draw our 1 Obliterating Bolt. Yeah, I think if opponent would have done that, we would have just been cooked here. Yeah, Taylor, I completely agree. If they would have made Manifold, like, just changed it a little bit, I think it would have made a whole lot more interesting games of Magic. Yeah, bro, let's try again, shall we? Hopefully our hand's a little better. I knew our 6 was pretty bad anyway, but I felt like we couldn't mulligan down to 5 and have a chance to win. Yeah, we can't keep this hand either. Fuck. Yeah, I think so. You're right. Fast games equal fast death. It's gonna be fast one way or another. Motley Crue is getting us going, though. Yeah, baby. That's right. Live by the sword, die by the sword. We knew. We knew it was going to be quick games. I am A-okay with you lightning striking my paw patch. Or my patchwork beastie. 100% okay with that. This hand is getting better and better by the second. Opponent is incredibly dead next turn if they do not interact with our board. Please attack, please attack, please attack, please attack. Damn it. Suppose we just have to pass? I think we leave the Copperline Gorge in hand in case we draw another Fear, so we can discard that instead of discarding our Torch or our Violent Urge. They had a Lightning Strike on turn 2. The fact that they didn't have any 1-drop or, like, removal spell was their only thing on turn 2, I feel like it's a little sus to keep. You're the aggro deck, opponent. Just remember that. Attack me. Nothing bad could happen, I promise. Nothing bad will happen if you attack me, opponent. Nothing at all. I definitely won't hit you for 20 damage very easily. Yep, this is the standard metagame challenge. How you doing, Jur? We're having some fun, playing some Magic, having a good night. Please just attack me. Prefer to attack with this one. It's fine. Just murder the mouse. Death to the mice. Oh, I would have loved to have that Wren. Restless Ridgeline is not the worst thing in the world. Like, we still can't attack, right? If we attack, they block with the Screaming Nemesis. We're just in a terrible spot. I hope opponent's not stream typing. That would be sad. Yeah, it would have been better if we did, but I still think that... Like, I think we're only playing 2 Restless Ridgeline. Maybe playing 3. Playing 3. I still think what we did was correct. Because we've got 3 breakouts and 2... Or 3 fears that we could draw that make the holding this in hand better. It is very easy for us to just win the game from this spot. Show me the rage. No rage? Okay. We knew that Screaming Nemesis was a problem, though. Like, that was something we knew. Did not want that. Did not really want that either. We're still we're pretty healthy life total. Opponent's also drawing poorly, it looks like. Okay. What does that do for us, chat? That should be lethal, right? Because they can't kill this with their Screaming Nemesis? We should have we should have Restless on Fear. That was stupid. That's fine. We still get second combat, and this gets double strike, so I think we still win. Ren should be lethal, even through their silly nemesis. Oh, this thing doesn't have trample, does it? Forgot I didn't have trample. Block there. That attack was strange. Must have just drawn another landers dead here. Alright, we got him, chat. We beat the Screaming Nemesis. There's some suspect plays by opponent, but we'll take it. Alright, 3-0, let's go. We're burning through games this time. Way quicker than the 𝔹𝕃ℂ𝔻 deck, weirdly enough. Yeah, exactly. We definitely take those. Those are the... We never look the gift horse in the mouth when we win those games. We might be close to finishing match 1 with 𝔹𝕃℃. Might be close. I think that... Didn't that... The 7 games we played with 𝔹𝕃℃ took us, I think, 3 hours. Or close to it. 2.5 hours, I think. Those were brutal games. That was a brutal 7-game set. It was fun, though. The deck felt, honestly, very reasonable. This hand is cracked. Let's go. Yes, they did. We found another ambitious patron here. Ah, domain. We found the enemy, chat. Fair. You are, but you're playing a little bit different version of domain. You're not playing the stock list. Suppose just fear again. Man, I'd really like to draw something that's not a land. My body's ready to get the temporary lockdown. No, so this is green-red delirium, which is kind of a different variant on the mono or the green-red shell, where instead of playing like the mice package and things like that, we play a much more aggressive, like delirium style graveyard package. The straight Golgari lists don't, or not Golgari, green-red lists don't play like Fear or Patchwork Beastie and things like that. I believe opponent is incredibly dead. So we attack with these, get another combat step, attack with these, get another combat step. And then attack with this one again. Kill him on the third combat step. This is a much more, like, explosive kill version, not quite as consistent as the normal green-red version, but I think it's a lot more fun to play. This one has a lot more decisions and can do a lot more busted things. Definitely with the Sunspine Links, Haywire Mites, Paw Patch that, Ren. These are all bad. I don't mind the Scorching Shot, because it kills Beza. Gastral Throw Roller might be bad. That card's not great. I think it might just have too much beef for this matchup. But I think the Throw Roller's got to be good. Lives Through Wraths, it's got to be good. Cut one Keen-Eyed Curator, I guess. It's the last card. This deck's really sweet. I really like it. If you're gonna play a green-red aggro deck, this is definitely the one I would recommend. I don't think it's better than the Gruul aggro deck that's more common, but it's way more fun to play. It runs, so the domain lists now are on 4 of the green Overlord and 4 of the white Overlord, but those are the only ones they play. But they are on a full, like, 8 Overlords and Zur. They're playing the Zur that turns those stupid things into creatures as well. Aw, we milled the Sunspine Links. Sad. Oh, they only play 3 Mistmores? Not most of them play. I thought they were up to 4, because when they cut the blue Overlord from the deck. I never liked the blue Overlord in that deck. I always thought it was pretty bad. That gives them enough to be able to Leyline Binding for 2. So we're on 7 Overlords then. Uh-oh. Opponent has all the beans. So many beans. I think we are on Ren. Try to get Delirium here. We still didn't even get Delirium if we leave Wildfire Worker Folk in the graveyard, which sucks. So I guess we'll pick it up. Your move, opponent. Yep. I wonder if they have double Leyline Binding. They do get to draw a bunch of cards. Goodbye, Ren. You will be missed. Six. Oh, they have a Ride's End too? Brutal. Domain is such a good deck when they have Up the Beanstalk in play. They're a good deck anyway, but man, when they have Up the Beanstalk in play, it just makes it feel like you can never win. Worst matchup is probably Blue-White Control. Domain can be a bad matchup if their list is set up to do well against you. But most of the matchups are pretty reasonable. The nice thing about this deck is its explosive draws just kind of beat up on everybody, so That's probably good enough for it to be GG's.